What are you going to Vegas for? You gonna win?
I'm gonna dance.
Today, I'm going to talk about Showgirls. I've never seen Showgirls. I've known of the movie. It's obviously notorious. And, you know, I knew of it when it came out. I never saw it. But, you know, years ago, I had gone to the library and I got a copy of Hollywood Animal, which is the Joe Esterhaus memoir of his time as a screenwriter. And in the book, he talks about Showgirls. He talks about all of his movies, and it's really great read. I was very surprised, actually, because I didn't know what to expect. I just thought Joe Esterhaus, like, that guy wrote Basic Instinct, okay. So I decided to sit down and read the book, and the book is great. It's very honest and revealing, and like every memoir, I'm sure, you know, there's two sides to every story, but the stories are great, you know, and some of it's very enlightening in terms of the movies that he made, and a much more varied career than you would expect. Just when you think of Joe Esterhaus as the Basic Instinct guy or Showgirls, definitely not his career. He did one of his first films. His first film was Fist, that he had written for Norman Jewison.
Sylvester Stallone, the star of Rocky, is Johnny Kovac in Fist, a Gene Corman production of a Norman Jewison film.
He got some sort of notoriety on that because during the filming or the making of Fist, Stallone wanted to, you know, be credited as a screenwriter on it, and Esterhaus was, as a young screenwriter, newcomer, really fighting Stallone putting his imprint on the screenplay. But Stallone did, and then he went around telling people, I guess, that he had written it. So at one point, Joe Esterhaus was in an interview, and here's an excerpt from the book. He says, "I seethed and seethed, and just at my boiling point, I got a call from a writer named Saul Pett, who wrote features for the Associated Press. Pett was interested in writing a nice, cuddly, human interest story about how it must feel for a novice screenwriter writing his first script to attract the hottest star in the world." This is after Rocky, of course. I said, "Sylvester Stallone is a thief." I said, "He's trying to steal my screenplay." I said, "He's Apollo Creed and I'm Rocky Balboa here. I'm the refugee kid who was born in Hungary." I said, "I'll fight him any place, any time." I said, "Besides, I've been in more barroom brawls than he has. He fights like a sissy." Saul Pett wrote it all down, and the story appeared in the front page of more than 200 newspapers that Sunday. So this sort of got, you know, Esterhaus a bit of a name. You know, he's having a fight with the now big star Sylvester Stallone on this movie, and got him some notoriety. And he went on to write other movies after this. I guess they hashed it out when the movie didn't do that well. You can just easily blame Esterhaus. It didn't do well. But anyway, I was thinking about Showgirls because apparently there's a documentary coming out about it.
You either get it or you don't.
Without further ado, I give you Showgirls!
Am I just gonna watch this movie until I die?
Absolutely no one under the age of 17 is allowed.
I don't think they have an attractive star. They don't do anything original in the screenplay. I didn't care for the film.
Lousy movie. Really lousy acting.
It was a disaster.
It's kind of raunchy.
Very, very bad.
Let me guess, worst movie, Showgirls.
Showgirls, you got it.
Good guess.
And I know of it from the book, and I'll, you know, in the next video, I'll talk a little bit more about the book and Joe Esterhaus and excerpts from it. But I wanted to do this as a experiment for myself now. I'm going to watch Showgirls. And I've never opened it. As you can see, the seal is still, and no jokes here, the seal is still closed on this. It is a virgin disc. So I'm gonna open this now. My trusty X-Acto knife. And I'm gonna watch Showgirls, and I'm gonna see what the hubbub is about. I want to see the documentary and finally find out what the whole thing was about, this movie.
So what are you going to Vegas for? You gonna win?
I'm gonna dance.
There's a spot open in the chorus line. I think you should try out.
I got an audition!
I'm assuming it's a bad movie, but you know, the whole thing that it's with Paul Verhoeven, you kind of know what you're going to get. It's not like he doesn't have a big style and a big impact on every film that he makes, whether it be RoboCop, He's got in trouble for ultra violence or Starship Troopers or any of the things he did. He's just like over the top sort of stuff. So I'm expecting the same of this. But I also know from Esterhaus's book where he diverged from Joe Esterhaus's script. So I'll be interested to see it, and we'll see you in the next video after I've watched it. And we'll talk a little bit more about, what I got from the book and excerpts and such like that. And see you on the other side.
It's not about fair. It's about power.
You're a stripper, don't you get it?
I'm a dancer.
She's dazzling, she's exciting, and she's what Las Vegas is all about.
Showgirls. Leave your inhibitions at the door.